Up next on the main card, we have a battle in the UFC's featherweight division between Douglas Silva De Andrade, who comes into the fight with a record of 28 victories, 4 defeats, and 1 no contest, going up against Said Nurmagomedov, who comes back with a record of 15 victories and 2 defeats. Now, for this fight, I think that everybody is obviously going to be on the side of a Said Nurmagomedov. I don't really see anybody siding with De Andrade here. And I'm not saying De Andrade isn't a good fighter. He is. He's got good power in his hands, good ability to shut the lights out if you close the distance a little bit too quick. Now, Said has had the issue of kind of getting behind 3, 4, 5 punches and kind of rushing in with his chin up in the air and then getting caught on the counter. If you do that against Silva De Andrade, I do think that that could be a problem with the power that Silva possesses. He's got 28 victories and 4 defeats. 20 of those wins are coming by way of KO or TKO. So he's got a 71% knockout rate. Pair it with 2 wins by submission, he's got a 78% finish rate over those 28 victories. He's lost 4 times, 2 by decision, 1 by submission, and 1 by knockout. Now, you look at his record, and it's a great record, 28-4. You look at his last few fights, he's got a KO victory over Gaetano Perello, and then he's got a submission over Sergey Morozov, but I believe he dropped him with a shot on the feet and then was able to get on his back and get the submission, if I remember correctly. He's got a loss via decision to Lerone Murphy. That's a fight where Lerone looked very good. He's got a unanimous decision over Renan Barão. That was Renan Barão in 2019. And honestly, it's crazy that he wasn't able to finish Barão there, because that's when Barão was really at just the end of his – he was just at the end of his road in MMA. And he's been at the end of his road since that second loss to TJ Dillashaw. That first loss to Dillashaw at UFC 173, I believe. If I'm right here, I'm going to be a little bit surprised. Let's see. Yeah, UFC 173. That loss to Dillashaw at 173, where Barão was thought to be this world beater, the next Anderson Silva, the next John Jones. You know, he was thought to be, well, not John Jones at the time, but like the next Anderson Silva. He was thought to be one of the most dangerous guys in the world, and Dillashaw just shut him down. Absolutely ran right through him. And Silva De Andrade did beat him. He beat him by decision. But, you know, that's not the greatest win at that current point. He was kind of expected to beat Renan Barão. Now, the interesting thing, he fought Petr Yan in one of his earliest fights in his UFC career at UFC 232 in December of 2019. And he lost it via TKO with the corner stopping it. But, you know, Petr Yan was piecing him up. He was taking him down. He was hurting him on the feet. He was just overwhelming him, which we've known now how good Petr Yan is. Before that, he had a decision victory over Marlon Chito Vera. That was in February of 2018. That's a great win. That looks great considering that Marlon Vera is about to go and fight Dominic Cruz. He lost via submission to Rob Font. But, I mean, he lost via decision to Zubaira Tukhugov. But he's fought some of the best. I mean, Rob Font, Marlon Chito Vera, Petr Yan, Renan Barão, Lerone Murphy. Like, just those names right there. Those are great fights, and he's got wins against some of them, like Marlon Chito Vera and Renan Barão. Those are probably his best wins. They were both by decision, but that decision victory over, you know, Marlon Vera looks better the more that the days go on. Now, going up against a guy in Said Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov is the better technical guy anywhere the fight goes, but the power advantage is heavily on the side of Douglas Silva De Andrade. Now, I compare Douglas Silva De Andrade, and tell me if you think I'm wrong here, and this is not a knock on him, but if Rafael Dos Anjos and John Lineker had a baby, that is Douglas Silva De Andrade. If RDA, I'm sorry. Whenever I see him, that's exactly what I picture, because he's got that brawler style and heavy hands on the feet of a John Lineker, and he's kind of built like a Lineker, but he looks like RDA. So if RDA and John Lineker had a baby, that would be Douglas Silva De Andrade. Now you look at Said Nurmagomedov. He also, fantastic technical fighter. Like I said, when it comes to technical striking skills, Said Nurmagomedov all day. The power, Douglas Silva De Andrade. He's 15-2 overall as a professional MMA fighter. He's got 4 wins coming by way of KO or TKO, 4 by submission, and 7 by decision. The 2 losses are both by decision. One of those came to Raoni Barcelos in one of his recent fights back at UFC Fight Night 165, Edgar versus the Korean Zombie. He lost via unanimous decision to Raoni Barcelos. Then he came back and got a KO over Mark Striegel, and then a first-round guillotine choke submission over Cody Stamann. That was a fantastic fight. He looked unbelievable and looked unstoppable there. Was piecing him up with kicks on the outside range, question mark kicks, round kicks, spinning back kicks to the body. He reminds me a lot of Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, they obviously are being coached by the same people, but he has more of an Umar style. This is like Umar Nurmagomedov and Saeed Nurmagomedov are the new era Nurmagomedovs. It's Nurmagomedov 2.0. It's like the Nurmagomedov 2.0 tag team is Umar and Saeed. And they both love their kicks, the spinning back kicks, the lead leg question mark kicks, the lead leg round kicks, the rear leg question mark kicks, the teep kicks to the body. The kicking game of both guys are absolutely unbelievable. I would say that Umar probably is a little bit quicker with his kicking game, but the technique on both sides is absolutely phenomenal. I would say that Saeed is better with the spinning kicks, back kicks to the body, to the head. That's where he's better. And the last fight against Cody Stamann at UFC 270, I mean, he was piecing him up, didn't get taken down, hurt him on the feet with the kicks to the body, the kicks up top, and then locked up a guillotine. But he locked up the guillotine choke like a rear naked choke, the hand on the bicep, the other hand on the back of the head. It's called a ninja choke in MMA. So he locked up that ninja choke on Cody Stamann and got him to tap immediately. It was like a flawless victory for Saeed. Now, going into this fight against Douglas Silva De Andrade, I do think that it's an uphill battle for him. I think that he's going to have to find a way to allow Saeed to get too comfortable, throw 4 or 5 punch combos, and try to catch him on the counter. The only way that Silva beats Nurmagomedov is by catching him coming in and countering the 3rd, 4th, or 5th shot in the combination that he throws. That's the only way. If it goes to decision, Saeed's going to piece him up, use his wrestling, take him down, piece him up on the feet, keep him at a distance, and just poke and prod and style his way to a decision. If there's a submission, I would heavily side with Nurmagomedov as well, but he doesn't rely on the wrestling and grappling, but if he needs it, he can use it as a counter. He likes to counter wrestle. He likes to counter your pressure with takedown attempts and take you down and then work from the top position. But on the feet, I think he's definitely got an advantage in the technique, the speed, and the distance and range control against Douglas Silva De Andrade. I think he's going to use those kicks at distance, front kick him to the body, lead leg round kick, rear leg round kick, question mark kicks, spinning back kicks to the body. I think he's going to look to set up that spin kick to the body a lot. I think the teep kicks to the body, the front snap kicks, the spinning back kicks are all going to work to the body, and he's going to try to drain the bigger, muscular guy. Like Saeed is more long and rangy, but the power, the stockiness, and the one-hitter quitter is going to be in Douglas Silva De Andrade. But you got to work the body against those heavy guys because you got to take the air out of them. Once you take the air out, it stops them from being able to move as effectively, and you can work your striking and start to pick them apart. I think we see Saeed work the legs, work the body with the spinning back kicks. And then when he's working the body, I think he goes up top with that lead leg round kick, the rear round kick, the question mark kicks, because he's going to get Silva worried about the shots to the body when it comes to the stabbing front kicks and the spinning back kicks. I think we're going to see Saeed Nurmagomedov get a finish here. I think he works the body, works up top to the head. I think he hurts him, jumps on him, and I think he takes the back, flattens him out, and gets a TKO. I would go submission, but I'm not necessarily on the side of a submission for Saeed because, yes, he can submit you. Yes, he's got great submissions. You saw it against Cody Stamann, but I think he's going to try to finish to Silva. I think submission is a decent play if you want to play this fight to get the props. I think the better decision to play this fight would be fight doesn't go the distance, just like I said in the last one. But I'm going to go with Saeed. He's probably my most confident pick of the week. He's sitting at a minus, let's see. I'm going to check the odds really quick for this one. If I can get this to load. I'm going to go UFC. He's sitting currently at a Where is it? Come on. He's a minus 260 favorite to a plus 210 on Douglas Silva de Silva. I think that's a little bit high, but it's not crazy. I don't think that minus 260 is insane. It's not like the Umar line from the prior weeks when he fought Nate Maness. They are giving Douglas de Silva a little bit of respect here. If you're going to play the Silva side, wait for the KO prop and just play Douglas de Silva by KO. I think that's the only way he really gets it done. I think if you're going to put a parlay together, Saeed is your definite anchor for the parlay. Saeed Nurmagomedov at minus 260 in a parlay is just the right thing. It just sounds right, and it's just the right way to go. So like I said, if you're going to play Saeed, play him in a parlay at the minus 260. If you play him straight up, I mean, I wouldn't recommend playing him straight up. Only play him if you're going to play him in a parlay with those odds. But I'm going to go with Saeed to poke and prod, finesse on him at range, land those kicks, work the body, and then eventually hurt him with the body shots, have him shoot a sloppy takedown, take his back, flatten him out, and get a TKO. So my pick is Saeed Nurmagomedov to defeat Douglas Silva De Andrade via a second-round ground-and-pound TKO, flattening him out, working from the back, and putting him to sleep. Not putting him to sleep, but getting the ref to jump in.